Hey everybody. I don't know if you noticed, but it seems like almost everybody you know these days, either they've got cancer or diabetes or bad kidneys, bad liver, colon cancer. You know, I mean, it's like almost everybody ends up with some horrible thing happening to them at some point in their lives. And even little children, I mean, we don't think about it very often because we don't see it. But a lot of children have cancer, you know. I don't know how that happens. I'm not sure if it's happens when they're, still in the oven or what? I don't know. But have you asked yourself why? I just don't remember. Maybe when you're younger, you don't pay attention to things so much. But I just don't remember hearing about a lot of people dying from all of this stuff or having all of this stuff in the past. But the way that our food is being produced and processed these days, it really is it's a wonder any of us are still alive. Because the more I hear about this, the more I read about it, it's really terrible. I did a video back in 2021, trying to encourage people to grow some of their own food, their own vegetables and herbs and fruits. And I went back and I looked, and to this date, let me see here, that I published that video back in on October 28, 2021. And to this date, it has not gotten one view. Which tells me, now I don't have a lot of people stop by my channel, first of all, so it wouldn't have surprised me if I had one or two, but zero? Okay, no one is interested in growing their own food. I just think a lot of people are not even aware of what they're eating these days. And, the way they raise the animals, unless it's a farm where they specifically don't do those horrible things, the cows and pigs and chickens and whatever, they're roaming free, over the landscape and stuff, and on the farm. They're not stuck in some little pen, and only allowed to eat. So, I just want to, I'm not going to make this a long thing because obviously not many people are interested in growing their own food, but I'm here to tell you, you need to get interested, okay? Uh, but I just think that it would be better for everyone to have some type of kitchen garden. Whether it's a container garden, if you live in an apartment or a townhouse or something like that, you don't really have a yard, uh, you can have a garden in containers. And because if it's not the pesticides killing us, that they're spraying on all of this stuff, which, I mean, these critters are something else out here. I have a garden, so I know, you know, it's more than a notion to keep those insects and bugs and things under control, you know. So just imagine if you got a big, huge field of stuff, how are you going to control it? It's much easier for me to control my stuff in my yard than it is for someone to control fields of stuff. So that's why you see those planes flying over and spraying the fields, to kill all of these insects and things, to keep them from eating up the crop, you know. But if you do a little research and you understand what's in our food and how nobody is caring that it's killing us, you would go out today and get you some gardening stuff, okay? I mean, I'm telling you, you know, they put additives in some things to keep it from clumping, like just say, for instance, garlic powder and onion powder. I believe they have something in there because when I make my own garlic and onion powder, it clumps. So I read that there are things you can add, to keep things from clumping, where they stay granular. And there are some things that you add to make things come together. They have dyes they add to different, foods. And if I remember correctly, some of that dye has lead, a certain amount of lead in it. But and I was just reading not too long ago, where a lot of things that America allows in our food, some other countries do not allow at all. So, and these soft drinks, I mean, they're putting that, is it fructose? I'm not sure. It's this this sugar syrup, that's supposed to be really bad for you, that they put in a lot of soft drinks. I just realized that I love that Lipton peach tea. It's only 100 calories a bottle, and I loved it. I drank it all the time, but it's sweetened with that syrup, and it's not good for you. Sugar isn't really good for you, you really, truly at all. I mean, I like a little sweet stuff every now and then, but I'm really going to cut back on that sugar, just periodically. And I love drinking stuff all day long, so it's been a little hard for me, really. Uh, but our food is killing us, people. And if you can grow you a little garden of the things that you like, you know, uh, as much as you can. I know you can't grow everything. I can't grow everything, and I have a yard. I have section off part of my backyard for my garden. Plus, I grow stuff all over. I've been gardening for a long time, so you know, it, for me it's easy. But uh, I tell you, I'm gonna start eating more and more of the things that I grow myself because I know exactly what's on that stuff. I don't use pesticides unless I absolutely have to, and I use organic. And it's not all over my garden or anything like that. Actually, I try not to use any at all. And it's worked out just fine. Once you get established, your garden established, it won't be difficult. But, and as far as meat, me and my husband, we still eat meat, but I have become very, very particular about the meat that we consume. As a matter of fact, right now, what I'm doing is I order meat online from this farm co-op, you know, and all of their meat is supposed to be, farm, the animals graze on grass, they're not pumped full of hormones and antibiotics, they grow naturally, so we have to take their word for that. Okay. um and I believe it though, because the meat, it is obviously different. The meat is clean looking. And you can especially tell with the chicken, the whole chicken and the chicken parts, especially the wings. Some of these chicken wings you buy in the grocery store, I mean, they're that darn big. They're pumping them full of hormones and stuff. Probably to grow these chickens fast, so they can hurry up and get them to market and start growing some more. There are a lot of people in the world, just in this country. Just think of how much stuff it takes to feed all of us. There's no telling what they're doing to get that food out to the market. So I love the meat. But now what I plan to do, I will continue to order stuff from them. It's it's a little pricey. Yes, it is. But how much is your life worth? How much is your health worth? I wish I had started doing this a long time ago, because if I had, maybe I wouldn't have some of the issues I'm having, you know. So if you're young, please, please, please care about what you put in your body. All of this fast food, it's no good for you. I'm not saying you can't have that stuff every now and then. We all love burgers and fries, but you can't eat that stuff every day. I wouldn't even eat it every week. Not now, I wouldn't. All that fried chicken, and I love fried chicken. Nothing wrong with having a little fried chicken every now and then. But don't get hung up on always going out getting a 3-piece and some fries, or no. Put some veggies in your people. And it's best to grow your own. But what I want to do is find a farm locally, you know, that grows their animals correctly, and buy from them. And it might cost you a penny or two more. But I'm telling you, people, it's worth it. If you're going to keep eating meat, you got to eat the best. I'm telling you, you have to, or it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. Just read some of the stuff people that work in these meat packing plants and stuff, for these big companies, that are only out for a buck. Probably make you sick. And I really advise young people to buy them some land, you know, and start thinking about, getting into the farming business, and doing it right. you would be rich. People are real concerned about their health these days because we see now this food is killing us. It's making us sick. So, man, I wish I had thought about it, when I was younger, when I was in my 30s, even 40s, to buy me a big piece of land and try to farm it, do things right, you know. And might be a good idea anyway, because who knows what's going to happen in this world. Black people, buy you some land. Now I can tell you this. Um, there are a lot of black farmers, and surprisingly, there are a lot of lady black farmers. I just learned that not probably 2 or 3 years ago. I ran across a Facebook group, that it was a farmer group, and there are a lot of ladies, a lot of women out there farming, growing things to take to market to sell. Some of them are doing herbs, you know. I mean, all kinds. That's a living, people. And after you make so much money, or if you have the money already, you can hire people to do the hard work. We need good food in this country. And if you're a farmer that's growing good food, I think you'd be rich in no time. But anyway, I just would like to encourage people to grow some of their own food, because otherwise you're going to be either sick or dead. I'm telling you. Just go out there and watch some of those videos on YouTube. Uh, some of these people talking about what's in this food. And read some of the ingredients on the stuff that you're putting in your body all the time. I didn't read labels like that. Now I do. I'm old now. But that's okay. I want to live the best life I can for the rest of my life. I don't want to make myself sicker, or anything like that. So, young people, it's okay to eat a little junk food here and there, but you need to put some good stuff in your body so you can stay strong and healthy. I'm telling you, I mean, it seems like nothing now. When you're young, you're strong, nothing's bothering you, but you wait. You keep filling your body with poison. It's going to break down on you. And there is nothing worse than a broken down body, okay? Bad health. I can tell you that. Uh, firsthand. I have firsthand knowledge on that because I have rheumatoid arthritis, and it came down on me right after I retired. What luck? What crappy luck? I'm retired. I'm still pretty young, in my opinion. I've got plenty of money. I had plenty of money at the time. And I could do anything I wanted to. I wasn't married or anything, and I'd be darned if I didn't come down with rheumatoid arthritis. And when I tell you it had me messed up, it did. It had me messed up, baby. One day I just laid in the bed and cried. I was so stiffed up and Hands get stiff, you can't move, I mean, I couldn't even turn a doorknob to get out of my darn house. So ain't nothing like having some bad health now. You don't want that. I'm telling you, young people. But if you don't take care of yourself now, that's what you're going to have. I'm going to cut this off, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Number one, do a little research on what's going into your food these days. Look at some of those videos on how they're raising chickens and hogs and cows, in those horrible conditions. Poor animals. I mean, they're born to be slaughtered. I mean, and why make them miserable all of their poor lives? Let the animals at least roam around, and be free before you slaughter them. Such a cruel world. Grow some of your own food, people. I lost my train of thought. I tell you, I'm getting old, okay? But, I know what I was doing. Number one, do some research about how our food is being produced these days. Do some research on how they're processing our food these days, the additives they put in them for this, that. Do some research on the soft drinks that they're serving us and how bad they are for our health. But they don't tell you that. And what I don't understand is, why is our Food and Drug Administration even allowing these food companies to put this stuff in our food? People I wish it would be darn good if everybody just turned their whole backyard, a whole patio or whatever into a garden and stop buying all this shit. I bet you they'd change something then. They'd stop poisoning us if we stop buying it. They know people don't have a choice. They have to eat. A lot of people don't have a place to grow anything. But you need to start going to your, who knows what the the farmer's market, I say, is better anyway, but it's better we have to trust them that it's really organic, because we don't really know. You don't really know unless you're growing it yourself. But if you can, people, at least buy organic. That's meat. That's vegetables. That's everything. Oh, Lord. A lot of things you need to start making yourself. You don't have to buy the canned stuff, We just gonna have to do it if you want to live. Because these people don't care about anything but money. As long as this stuff is selling, they don't care. They don't care if you die at 55 instead of 85. They don't. Because there's a whole lot of them right behind you that's steady buying. But anyway, grow some of your own food. I'm going to do another video and I'm going to show you my garden, Hopefully I can do that later this week and show you that it's possible to grow your own food in your own yard. And if you don't have a yard, get you a bunch of pots and put them on your patio. Hopefully you got some good sun. You can grow almost anything in a pot. But anyway, I'll come back and show you guys my garden. But if I were you, I would start buying me some gardening equipment right now. You know, buy it a little at a time. Go out there on YouTube and look up some garden. What do I need to start a garden? What do I need to start a container garden? You know, buy a little of it at a time. In a few months, few weeks, depending on how much money you can spare, some people can probably go out and buy everything they need right now, you know, and get you some seed. Anyway, stay alive. Over and out.